my dear friends, welcome to BYJU'S exam prep. Very good evening, all of you. Very good evening. I hope everyone is good, fine, and eagerly waiting for this session to happen, because in this session we'll be discussing a very important information about what is the placement statistics or what is the placement reality after M.Tech, right? So please do let me know with before starting the session what if my audio and video is all good, all perfect. Please, you can do tell me in the comment section, and please do this video to all of your friends so that they could also join this session and get a benefit of this particular session, right? It's very important. What happens is many students are not able to understand which college they want to pursue and what is your objective, because many students are having different objectives. Some students are dedicatedly, we can say they are decided that they want to do M.Tech and they want to go for any higher studies, like they want to go for any PhD program, or they want to go for foreign for doing the PhDs, or Indian colleges for PhDs, or some students are very much reluctant towards the government job, right? So you should be, first of all, need to have a clarity what you want to do. So I'll be telling about the complete detail and some top colleges, some mediocre college, and some lower ranking college. We'll be talking about that also, because I need to cover all those ranges of colleges. That could be IIT also, that could be NIT also, right? So you can get a rough idea what should be your strategy for the next 2 years during your masters. Okay. Good evening. Hello Tarun. How's the placement of IT infrastructure design and management? Infrastructure design and management, I think there's a, we can say, interdisciplinary. They have taken up like civil and mechanical collaboration they have taken up, right? So definitely that will be a new thing. But yes, IIT Kharagpur being the old IIT, so definitely you can go for that. But if you want to go for any new IITs, and if you want to go for any interdisciplinary branch, that will be slightly on the risky side. Then I'll be giving you a rough idea at the end of the session what should be a priority while filling up your specialization, and by looking at the placements also we'll be getting a clarity. So at the end of the session all your doubts will be clarified, and I won't be saying in like just like this. I'll be having a proper data is with me, so I'll be showing you the official data, and based on that data we'll be discussing about what should be your selection of the department in different colleges. Okay, so very good evening all of you, very good evening. So I hope so everyone is good, perfect, and please do share this video to all of your friends. And I'm going to be taking a lengthy session, 20-25 minutes of session we'll be having a very direct discussion. The more you ask the doubt, the more it will be clarified for you guys. Okay, so you can drop me a mail also regarding any doubt or difficulty. If you want to have a discussion with me, you can drop your concern to my mail ID, and we'll be happy to help you out. Okay, now as you know that Rakesh sir will be coming up live on 20th of June exactly at 7:30, and we'll be talking about how to ace GATE in 8 months. It's very important, and definitely it's important for all the GATE 2024 aspirant. Okay, but in today's session, and the link for this workshop is already there in the description box. You can do reassure yourself after this session. Okay, now first of all, let us try to ask you what is your thoughts, like what is your plan. Are you going for the master's program to get into place into MNCs or any we can say teaching sector, or you want to get into PSUs? I want your thought on this particular why you want to do M.Tech. Is there any, like, definitely from monetary aspects you will be getting benefit, you will be getting a stipend, so definitely from monetary aspects it will be stabilizing your we can say financial condition will be stabilized. But at the end of the day, I want to ask you a simple question: do you want to do masters to get into the government job or to get into MNCs? Because both are having different aspects, both are having the different approaches. Okay, and make sure you always remember one thing: if you are going into any colleges, that could be the top premier college or the mediocre college, and if you're planning starting में सर आई बी डूइंग द गवर्नमेंट जॉब, गवर्नमेंट की तैयारी करेंगे और लास्ट में आते आते चलो प्लेसमेंट की तैयारी करते हैं, है ना? डोंट डू लाइक दिस. इफ यू आर स्टैंडिंग ऑन टू डिफरेंट boards and both the boards are going to the different directions, so definitely at one point of time will be falling down. Okay, so you should be having a clarity. So please tell me in the comment section how many of you want to get into the PSU. That means I'm talking about the government job. right? I'm talking about the government job, right? And who wants to get into MNCs or the teaching sector, like the private sector that I'm talking about, okay, or core sectors that we are talking about, okay? So let's hear from your side. What is your thought? Why you want to do M.Tech? There's a first question that you need to ask yourself. So there are two possibilities. Either you want to change the line, right? You want to get into some interdisciplinary branch, and from there you can get into the core sectors, some top MNCs, right? Different IITs are recruiting different, and last 1 year the trend has been changed, and the placement scenario has been slightly on the higher side, because before that, due to COVID situation, the placement was not at that top level. Okay, fine. So definitely there are two possibilities for doing the M.Tech. You want to get into the government job or you want to get into MNCs. So there are two pathways. Let us talk about one by one. Let us suppose you want to get into top MNCs. So if you want to get into top MNCs after getting into the top IITs or your top NITs, definitely in that scenario, you need to forget about GATE or ESC or any PSU examination. You have to concentrate only on M.Tech. Okay, you have to work on your projects, because what happens is when you get into the master's program, there are many, like in top IITs, there are many projects going on. So if you get yourself associated in those projects, definitely it's gonna helping you during the placement session, right? So there are many projects going on, so make sure you are getting into that projects and getting your CGPA also up to the mark, and also not only CGPA, also try to enhance your skills, right? It's very important. Many students, what they do, they get into M.Tech and they just have a theoretical knowledge and they are just enhancing their theoretical knowledge only, right? But the company or the recruiter wants a candidate who is able to tackle out some practical, or we can say a real life situation. How to deal with that real life situation, that we need to clarify. Okay, so always remember that if you want to get into MNCs, first and foremost important, forget about your GATE or ESC preparation or ISO, DRDO, BARC, bhul jaiye. Okay, if in the masters, if they are coming, because definitely in top IITs, top 2 or 3 IITs, government organizations do hire masters or a PG candidate, but that too not in a good ratio. Fine. So make sure you want to get to MNCs, you get into a project. There are many sponsored projects working on, like in masters, what we do is there will be top government organizations. Okay, so they will be having some case studies. You need to work on that case studies and you need to give your analysis, your report. And if you really work hard on that, so there's a high possibility that you're gonna get hired from that particular we can say firm. Okay, right? Second one is try to enhance your skills. Now, what is basically I'm talking about skill is, nowadays there are many we can say courses are there, online courses are there. So definitely you need to work on your improvement of your skills, because if you're not improving the skills, definitely it will be backfiring during the interview session. Okay, fine. So make sure if you want to get to MNCs, you need to work on two major points, that is work on the projects, right? Do some real life analysis, real life case studies, and try to enhance some skills, like you add on some value addition by taking up some online courses. Okay, opportunity after M.Tech in automation robotics, there's a very vast opportunity right now if I talk about automation and robotics. Okay, if you are clubbing the AI or if you're clubbing that AI segment, definitely it is going to enhance. Many students, what they do, many mechanical students are going into, they are doing the masters in the data science or data analytics. Okay, they're doing that also. Fine, you can go for that perspective, but when I'm again repeating, if you're going into that stream, you forget about all the government jobs, all what you have done, you leave it. Leave that backside. If you want to do government job preparation, do that only. No need to indulge into these kind of activities. Okay. In IITs or NITs, will we get sufficient time during master students? Definitely. For that also, there is like in top IITs, like full night the campus is open. Like if I talk about IIT Madras, Bombay, Delhi, you can avail their like library, you can enhance your skills, right? You can stay in the labs, you can do some research, and you can enhance your we can say you can add value to your profile. Okay, that you can do definitely, but you need to manage the time in that case. Okay, now this is all about if you want to get into the MNCs, the core sectors or IT sector also definitely. This is one of the pathway. But let us suppose you choose like I have given my last 1 year or 2 years for GATE and ESE preparation. I need to give one more shot, right? If you want to get into PSUs, if you want to go for the government job, like your main objective is to crack the government job, alongside I'm doing a master's program, because in that case there won't be a gap, right? If you're doing any course, definitely there won't be considered as a gap. So during that course, you at the end of the 2 years will be getting a master's program, master degree, right? So before receiving the master's degree, you are having a government job. That is one of the possibility. So in that scenario, you have to do the time management. How to manage the time? That's why I'm saying. Now, if you want to get into PSUs, I will recommend you go into mediocre IITs. Even if you are having good rank, you get into a mediocre IIT, right? If you have the self-belief that I will be able to get a single digit rank or a very good rank next year, I will work on my mistakes. Like wherever I've committed the mistake, I'll be working on that. So as I won't be repeating, this will be my last chance. Okay, I won't be saying last chance because master's is a 2 years program. You'll be having 2 additional years where you can explore more government jobs, right? So in that scenario, you have to give only basic time required to do master's program. That's it. Okay, you have to only give the basic time required doing a master program. After that, when you reach back to the hostel, you have to give the additional time that is being left for the preparation for GATE and ESE, the practice, because at this point of time you have already completed the syllabus. It's not like this. You will be doing that from the ground level. You'll be starting the preparation. Remember one thing: if you have completed the syllabus, right, and you have enrolled to any of the colleges for master's program, and if you are starting your syllabus again from ground zero, I would say this will be the biggest mistake that you might have done. This is the biggest mistake that you will be doing. Remember one thing: if you have dedicatedly given your last 1 year or 2 years for GATE preparation or ESE preparation, you know what is your standing, what could be done, how much I can improve. It's not like this. This year I got only 20 marks. Next year I'll be getting 98 or 90 marks or 85 marks. There's a possibility that you have to do the hard work. Okay, but the thing is, you have to first of all understand, do you really want to do masters, or do you want to do masters only for a safer side? I'll be preparing for the next 2 years. By the end of 2 years of master's program, I'll be having a government job with me. Okay, for that you need to rectify the mistake. Whatever mistakes you have committed during the GATE examination, you need to eliminate that. Okay, good evening Vikas, good evening, बहुत दिनों बाद. Okay, so ये बहुत important, it's very important. If you want to get into PSUs, time management very important. Time management कैसे? देखो, let us suppose starting first semester basically you'll be having a slightly workload. Okay, so you need to give some extra effort, but in second semester the workload will be slightly decreased. In master's program in second semester, आपको जो theoretical subjects होगा, that will be slightly on the lighter side. You will be having some specified slots will be given to do research, to think about the topics. So during that tenure you can work on the GATE preparation. Okay, this way you can do the time management, and make sure you are attempting the mock test, because you have already studied. GATE का preparation हो चुका है. Now you have to do some smart work. You have to eliminate whatever mistakes you have committed. So it's very important. ये चीज आपको देखो, दोनों का different pathway है. If you are planning to do this, there's a different pathway. Okay, if you are, I'm again repeating, if you are doing both these things, अगर आप साथ में ये चीज करेंगे, like I want to get into MNCs, I want to get a government job, you will fail at one point of time. बहुत लोग करते हैं. Out of 10, only 1 or 2 students do. But I'm talking about an average student. I'm talking about a moderate student. I know you all are exception students, right? Okay, you all are exception students. Might be मेरे जैसे कोई 1-2 average student होंगे, right? Who will be concentrating on only one objective. देखो, if you are having 2 targets, definitely the productivity is being decreased 50-50%. But if you are having a single target, definitely you can give your best to that. Okay, fine. So make sure आपको करना क्या है, that you should be knowing. If you want to get placed while M.Tech, होता है ऐसा नहीं है. After masters also, students are getting placed. What is the placement statistics of the different colleges? I'll be telling in this video also. Okay, during this discussion, Next 5-10 minutes में I'll be talking about the top IITs, the mediocre IITs, top NITs, lower NITs. I'll be talking about few ranges of IITs and NITs का range हम लोग बात करेंगे, and we'll be talking about the placement statistics which they have officially notified. Okay, fine. चलो, so I hope so now you have understood what you want to do. दो objectives हैं, government job और masters. देखो, I'm not saying masters is a bad option. It's a very good option, right? Many students are not even knowing what are the different placement statistics of the different colleges. Okay, some students, what they do, they are not knowing about which specialization they want to select in if they want to have a placement. ठीक है, placement के लिए कौन सा branch अच्छा होगा, many students they don't know, right? So make sure when you are doing the selection, let's now NITs का चल रहा है अभी admission, definitely you need to know which branch or which specialization will be more appropriate. देखो, there are two segments. If you want to get into core sector, you have to select one of the branch. If you want to get into research oriented, right, आपको research ही करना है. If you want to go into PhD, want to do PhD, definitely you have to select a different department. तो दोनों का objective और pathway is different. Okay, so now let us talk about this. Is recently NIRF have released a notification also. और NIRF ने अपना ranking list दिया. This is the top 9 college. 10th was non-IIT और NIT से मैंने वो लिया नहीं है. This is the top 9 colleges, engineering colleges that we're having: Madras, Delhi, Bombay. So let us take some random IITs, right? After that, I'll be going for the 20 ka ranking, then 40 ka ranking. I'll be taking some that also. So let us talk about first of all IIT Madras, the #1 college. It has been said that देखो 100% placement नहीं होता है. That is a harsh reality. Like might be 1 or 2 chances that in some of the department will be having. अगर let's suppose only 5 students are have enrolled to one of the course, and if all the 5 students have placed, they'll be saying 100% placement, right? But on the other hand, we're having a let's say thermal science, and there are 15 to 20 students, and out of 20 students, only 14 students being placed. So we can say only 70% placed. Sir, क्या करें? अरे भाई 14 students has been placed. There are many times that students are not registering themselves for placement. ऐसा भी होता है, students are not registering themselves because they already might have got a government job, so they are not wasting the seat, right, for any other candidate. ऐसा भी होता है. Okay, fine. So if I talk about IIT Madras, for mechanical especially, there are total we can say number of students for placement for mechanical like M.Tech program. It was 71. Out of 71, 39 were placed. This is the data given by IIT Madras. I have taken from their brochure. Okay, last year's data. So out of 71, 39 were placed. Might be some students have not enrolled or registered for placement also. Okay, actually, this is the registered data. Some students are also there who are not registered. So out of 71, 39 students have got placed. So let us talk about what was the companies, which companies came. If I talk about the company's name, it was John Deere. John Deere tha, which they have given, right? John Deere was there. We can say Tata Motors, and all R&D sector. And the placement, or we can say salary was like more than 10 LPA to thai minimum. Minimum salary is like 9 to 10, maximum 15 to 16. इससे ज्यादा भी नहीं होता है मैकेनिकल के लिए, मास्टर्स के लिए. 1 or 2 कैंडिडेट्स का वेंट, नॉट लास्ट ईयर, लास्ट कोविड से पहले इट वेंट बियॉन्ड 20, ठीक है, बट नाउ इट हैज बीन लाइक मैक्सिमम 15 to 16 फॉर IIT Madras, द टॉप कॉलेज फॉर mechanical branch. I would rather say IIT Madras is a top college. But what happens is when you are doing the masters in IIT Madras, right, so many students have already decided, because your supervisor might be having a different contact, so he'll be having contact different industries, so he can definitely recommend your name and you can directly place that there, in that sense also in the top MNCs. ऐसा होता है. If you're, because in old IITs, the top 5 IITs अगर मैं बात करूँ, this top 5 IITs, all the professors, maximum like 90% of professors do have their students at a very good position, so they can definitely recommend your name. But for that you have to concentrate on your project on the master's program. IITs में you are getting slightly lesser time for the self study. होता है, you can do out of 10 students, 1 or 2 students can do self study, but I'm talking about a mediocre student, हम जैसे लोग, है ना, mediocre student, the 8 students की बात करें, so definitely you need to go for, because if you're going into the top 5 IITs, placement होता है, you have to give slight extra effort. There will be projects also, you need to work on the projects, and based on that the supervisor might recommend your name for the different placement for the different companies. ठीक है, बिकॉज दे डू हैव अ गुड नंबर ऑफ कॉन्टैक्ट्स, देयर आर ओल्ड प्रोफेसर्स, वो आपको रेकमेंड करेंगे, दे कैन रेकमेंड टू फॉरेन यूनिवर्सिटीज टू डू द पीएचडी, दैट इज सेकेंडरी, ठीक है। पीएचडी करना है, okay, if you don't want to do PhD, definitely they can recommend your name for the companies where their students are at a very good position, ठीक है। so that is one possibility, ठीक है। तो IIT Madras में out of 71 39% like 30% students has been placed, so it's a very good number considering, because it includes the interdisciplinary also, it also includes what happens is they are registered to the placement, but in between they have received some offer from the government organization, because hota kya hai, after 1 year, like you might have seen that nowadays the PSUs are recruiting based on the last year GATE score. तो उस केस में students who are already in the top IITs, they are getting the offers and they are leaving the master's program. तो ऐसा भी होता है in between, right? So this is about IIT Madras. Let us talk about IIT Bombay, one of the finest for industrial के लिए it is one of the finest. If I talk about a master's program, out of like total 37 students were placed, right? If I talk about from statistics perspective, if I talk about M.Tech, total 67 students were participated and 39 students have placed, so 58.1, ठीक है। IIT बॉम्बे की बात कर रहे हैं हम लोग, इट्स अ नंबर, अ रियलिटी। IIT बॉम्बे जैसे कॉलेज में वी आर हैविंग अ प्लेसमेंट ऑफ अराउंड 60%, राइट? दैट टू 2021 का डेटा है which they have released. They have not given last year की बात करें, they have given only the names of the companies, that's it, right? If I talk about industrial engineering, M.Tech के लिए out of 1950 students have placed 78, like 80%. I already told you, IIT Bombay में industrial or OR का is having a very good scope, and if you see the salary structure also, it is a very good number. More than 15 LPA is the normal salary for the IR, or we can say IE or OR students. Okay, so it's a very good thing. If you have a possibility to get into IIT Bombay, you can select. देखो सबसे पहला क्या है, डिजाइन. Design should be your first priority. Design should be your first priority. There is no doubt in this. ठीक है, डिजाइन के बाद you can get into thermal also, you can get into your IE or OR also, right? You can get into manufacturing, right? This should be your we can say sequence of filling up the seats, right? Design को top priority देना है. You name it, every IITs, even every NITs, M.Tech का डिजाइन का प्लेसमेंट होता है. दिस इज द रियलिटी. मैन्युफैक्चरिंग का प्लेसमेंट इज नॉट दैट, वी कैन से इट्स एन एवरेज वन. थर्मल का अर्लियर कोविड इट वाज गुड, नाउ इट इज कम टू एन मॉडरेट लेवल. ओके, सो 50-50 चांसेस होता है. 50 चांसेस, लाइक इफ यू आर इन द टॉप 3 or 4 स्टूडेंट्स, you can get into the placement. Top MNCs will be coming and they will be recruiting you. Fine. So if I talk about the next, let's say if I would lower the rank, IIT Hyderabad की बात करें, it's like beyond top 10 के बाद वाले IITs में बात करें, IIT Hyderabad, they have given that out of 25 students, 16 students who have placed. Okay, 16 students have placed. Now, majority of the companies that they have recruited is from the core sector only. I'm not talking about the IT sector. ठीक है, majority of the students, they get into Alstom, they get into the Tata, they get into your Mahindra and Mahindra, right? They get into your foreign MNCs also, like, ठीक है, तो वहां पर भी placement होता है. They require master students and good salary they are offering. Okay, so IIT Hyderabad का एक speciality है, they are having a collaboration with Japanese universities. So if you want, I'm not compelling, if you want to go into PhD, so definitely by having that collaboration, you can do PhD in Japan also, right? There are some preference you will be getting if you want to get into a foreign university to do the higher course, like PhD हो गया या postdoc भी हो गया, definitely you can go for that, right? So, but at this point of time, I will say that if you are not ready to do PhD, mat karo, don't compel yourself to do PhD for the sake of stipend. Okay, you work on your skill, you work on your we can say upgradation, evaluation, and you can definitely crack the interview. ठीक है, if you are an average student, you can definitely crack. ठीक है, below average भी you have to do some work on your profile. Okay, fine. तो ये थोड़ा सा आपका top 20 की बात करते हैं. These are the colleges which were there in the top 20. Let us talk about NIT Calicut, which is NIRF ranking this year's 23 ranking. Okay, so if I talk about NIT Calicut, the statistics is good. It's not, I'm saying very bad. It's a very good thing. This is the last year's placement statistics of NIT Calicut. Okay. This is the last year's placement statistic of NIT Calicut. Now, if I talk about masters in energy engineering and management, total total student 4 were placed. Out of 9, 4 were placed. 44 is the percentage. Minimum salary was 3.5 and the maximum was 8.89. Let us concentrate on the average salary, 6.69. Now, you can see the drop. Like in IITs, when we were talking about 12 CTC was there. 10 to 12 तो minimum होता ही होता है. Now, I'm going to the NITs. Now, NITs में I'm talking about NIT Calicut जिसका NIF ranking is 23. Right? Beyond 20 I'm talking about. Okay. Sir, I got ISC mechanical opportunity. Sir, देखो ISC का, if I say, if you are able to pass that 2 years of ISC Bangalore, many students, what happens is they are leaving the seats in between the ISC course duration. It's a harsh reality, I'm saying. Many students, they because there's a huge, like, you won't be getting, I'm saying reality, you won't be getting time to prepare also, because the workload, the masters का जो उनका जो curriculum है slightly different as that of the IITs. ठीक है, तो वहाँ पे you have to have prepared all the time. वहाँ पे semester test या फिर जो आपका assignment test will be at random. Faculty will be coming, the professor will be coming, saying, okay, today will be going for that assignment test, which will be calculated, which will be having a weightage in your final CGPA. So it is always, you should be always ready. तो वहाँ पर क्या है, workload is very high. Students do complete, and after the completion of, if you have that ISC Bangalore degree, and after that, just that degree is self-sufficient. There will be a lot of R&D sectors will be willing to recruit you. There will be a lot of private sector also will be willing to recruit you. There will be, like, if you want to, let us suppose, get into PhD, you will be the first one to get preferred. Okay, so don't worry about that. If you, but only thing is, you need to get ready to get grilled for the next 2 years. 2 साल अगर आपने, you have given your complete dedication, rest life will be secure. Okay, me. So be ready for that. Now, coming back to NIT Calicut. Now, if I talk about the industrial engineering, we are having total 5 placement out of 18. So average 5.5. Machine design, out of 8, 3 place, 37%. Maximum salary is 12.5 and median is 6.5. Material science 30% and thermal science is 55, 8.2, 8.7. So I always tell that whenever you are on the mediocre range, okay, design or thermal ko you can give the preference. Okay, design and thermal. If you see, definitely the percentage is less, but if you talk about the maximum salary, it is having the highest among all the different specializations. Okay, but that could be 1 or 2. So I want you guys to work on your skills, work on your project, practical problem solving capability, so that you will be in the top 2 or top 5. Right, and you will be able to get that maximum. ठीक है, medium की बात करें, if I talk about average से ज़्यादा ही होगा, 8 to 9 will be the CTC, right? But if I talk about thermal is a branch where you get a median, like the range is the minimum, the maximum, and the average is almost close to each other. Okay, fine. So thermal is, we can say, on the safer side ले सकते हैं, but design you can go for that. It's a best branch for the mediocre NITs. Now, if I talk about, let us suppose NIF ranking 21 NIT Warangal, many students do ask, sir, what about NIT Warangal? NIT Trichy is definitely having a good placement. What about NIT Warangal? Many students do ping me, message आता है मेरे पास कि sir NIT Warangal के बारे में कुछ बताइए. So let us go to NIT Warangal. If I talk about thermal science, it's basically total 16 students, all were eligible, 14 were placed, so 87% का आपका total placement है, and median was 7, maximum was 10. Right. If I talk about manufacturing में total 20 students and 14 were placed, 80% or about median was 80. Computer manufacturing, it was having total 16 में से 10 students were placed, 62%. Machine design 83.3. The median salary is 10. Automobile, now someone has asked about automobile also. So automobile engineering में 80 students were there, out of 18, 16 were registered, 15 have placed. तो 93, this is the last year statistics, last year का data है, right? 93% were placed in automobile engineering. Median salary is 10.23, minimum was 4.8. So definitely majority of the students got a higher salary, because by looking at this, minimum is 4.8, median or average is 10. That means I can surely say majority of the students got a salary near about to 10 or 11. और यहाँ पे होता क्या है, द टाटा हो गया, महिंद्रा हो गया, राइट, और द टॉप ऑटोमोबाइल इंडस्ट्री, दे आर हायरिंग फॉर द R&D सेक्टर्स. ठीक है, टॉप NITs की बात करें, दे आर बेसिकली टेकिंग फॉर देयर R&D सेक्टर्स. फॉर इफ आई टॉक अबाउट IITs, यही चीज IITs में ज्यादा 3 to 4 lakhs का ज्यादा होगा. ठीक है, इफ हियर इट इज 10, देयर वुड बी 12 और 14. ओके, 2 to 4 lakhs का डिफरेंस होता है नॉर्मली. Not that much, but some organization do have the differences. Okay, material and system engineering design, we are having out of 13, 11 were placed. So median was 10, and the last is additive manufacturing. All the students were placed. 9 was a median. So you can see machine design, thermal, automobile. अच्छा है, देखो automobile nowadays it's on a booming sector because EV is a new hot topic in automobile sector. Electric vehicle is a hot topic. So in automobile engineering, you can definitely take a project in the electric vehicle. So you can excel in that, because in the upcoming years, in after 5 or 6 years, almost many like diesel will be banned. Like according to the transport minister Nitin Gadkari, he said that by 2030, almost every diesel car will be banned. Okay. Fine. So definitely we'll be switching to EV sector. So EV sector will be having a very good futuristic aspect. Okay. Fine. So it's very important for that. Sir, इनको forget but chance in automotive or campus. देखो VIT का भी बात करो. VIT is in the top 15 ranking. And NRF में if I talk about VIT is in the top 15 ranking, so definitely you can go for that. Okay, Arnab, you can definitely go for that, and you can make your career in the automobile sector. Very good branch. Okay, fine. Next is NRF ranking 16 NIT Rourkela. 16 की बात करते हैं, थोड़ा सा और improve करते हैं this one. Sir, I have all India rank 600 ME OBC. Can I get any chance in any PSU? Difficult है guys. ME थोड़ा difficult है. देखो, it depends upon देखो थोड़ा सा आपका luck factor पे रहता है वहां पे, क्योंकि होता क्या है, sometimes you get shortlisted and you have given your best in the interview, और interview का आपका profile बहुत अच्छा लगा, you can get selected, right? So there are chances, but not I'm saying definitely हो जाएगा, but there is like mediocre chances है. If you get shortlisted, then in your CV there should be something special or some unique. You do some value addition courses. ठीक है, अब M.Tech के दौरान starting में 3-4 months में you can do some value addition courses which will be having a very good impact on your CV. Okay, you can go for that. ME. Now I was talking about NIT Rourkela. Industrial design, 11 job offers, minimum maximum average is 5.81. Mechanical engineering, total 79 job offers, median was 7.98, and metallurgical 7, median was 6.44. This is about, I'm talking about NIT Rourkela. Let us suppose I'm increasing the rank. I was talking about that 20 करें ना, थोड़ा increase करते हैं 40 करते हैं, because many students do have, देखो अच्छे कॉलेज में प्लेसमेंट होता है ना, टॉप IITs every time, sir top IITs good placement, top NITs good placement. Let us try to increase the range. Let's see what is the placement scenario in NIT Silchar, NF ranking 40. चलिए देखते हैं. This is the last this one 2021-22 data, last years का जो data है. Design 80% place, material science 33.3, CAD CAM and automation 100% place, thermal science engineering 71, and renewable energy 66.6. So sir, ठीक है, what about the salary structure? Let us talk about what is the salary structure they have mentioned for 2021 to 2020. That means this is the data I'm talking about for this year, जो running year है ना, अभी इस साल जो बच्चे निकलेंगे, for that student already the students has been placed. CAD CAM का 100% हो गया, design and manufacturing 80% भी placed. If I talk about the CTC perspective, 9.7 is the highest, 10.3, 11.7. So these three are having now about 10, the 3 students were have placed for 10.3 LPA, 11.7 के लिए 3 and 9.7 is 1. So it's a very good thing considering NF ranking 40. Very good place. And if you see NIT Silchar ka last year ranking was not that good, but in 1 year they have improved so good that they are now in the top 50. ठीक है, तो 40 rank, it's not too bad, and the placement statistics is telling us about their efforts. So if you want to do, and the best part is the workload in NIT Silchar is not that high. अगर आप, let us suppose if you want to prepare for the government exam also, you can get into 30 के बाद जितने NITs हैं, the workload is very less. You can prepare for the gate examination ESE after 5:30. It's free time. First year की बात करें, first and second semester, it will be completely free after 5:30 or after 6 o'clock. You'll be having a complete time till night, so you can work on your gate and ESE preparation also. Okay, fine. So please make sure if you want to do real gate and ESE preparation, जो 30 या 25 के बाद जितने भी colleges IITs और NITs, the workload is not that high. You can definitely go for that. और यहाँ पे भी NIT Silchar में भी placement is not that bad considering the number, right? So it's on a better side. Okay, now let us talk about NIT दुर्गापुर और NIT ranking 43, 50 के पास पहुंच रहे हैं. हाँ, ठीक है. So दुर्गापुर की बात करते हैं. This is the last year's placement data. Machine design, almost every company which came machine design के 3, like if I say Infosys IT में हो गया, Capgemini IT sector, Alstom is a core company. Larsen and Toubro L&T में machine design, Mahindra 3 students have been placed for each. They're having 3 specialization in Durgapur में. You're having machine design, you're having fluid and your fluid mechanics related, and third is your thermal science. And Tata Hitachi also one each from all the 3 specializations. Okay, so good number, I think considering 50 के आसपास है तो good है. और यहाँ पे workload won't be that high. You can work on your gate preparation also. ESE की भी तैयारी करें, you can go for that. Okay. Sir, OBC PI scored 625, got IT Delhi production technology offered in 5th round, but I like IT Bombay Madras the chance to get admission special round manufacturing. देखो, जो एक होता है special, जो last round होता है ना, उसमें the chances are very on a dicey state. 50% chances. If let us suppose any students have left that seat, ठीक है, और या फिर उस सीट में there is no admission, there is a chances, but I'm not saying कि वो हो जाता है. बहुत बार देखा गया है, the students which are having a very low score also, they are getting into the IIT Bombay or IIT Madras. Okay, so I would say 50% chances हैं in that particular scenario. Right? सर गेट पीएसयू R&D की प्रिपरेशन करते चाहता हूँ, ऐसे इंप्रूव प्रोफाइल अलोंगसाइड M.Tech. एक बार भी क्वालिफाई नहीं हुआ तो गेट में शुड आई गो फॉर दैट? देखो, क्वालिफाई तो आप कर लोगे बाय लुकिंग. क्वालिफाई करना क्या है, यू हैव टू वर्क ऑन 2 सब्जेक्ट्स. 2 सब्जेक्ट पकड़ो, यू कैन क्वालिफाई द एग्जाम, राइट? यू कैन ऐड टू योर सीवी दैट आई एम गेट क्वालिफाइड, ठीक है. बट नाउअडेज गेट क्वालिफाई करके जस्ट इफ यू राइट इन द सीवी दैट यू हैव गेट क्वालिफाइड, इट वोंट बी गिविंग दैट इम्पैक्ट. Right? If you want to get into the MNC's placement के लिए, if you are working, then you have to do some projects से related. Let's suppose you are doing some project. Okay, उस project के लिए कुछ softwares का knowledge is required. So you need to work on that. You need to learn that software. Okay, क्योंकि every industry or every organization will be having a different software usage. Like उनका interface कुछ और होगा. So let us suppose if you can, what you can do is, one more important thing I can do is आपका जो इंटर्नशिप होता है, यू कैन गो फॉर दैट इंटर्नशिप ऑल्सो. इंटर्नशिप से भी आउट ऑफ 5 1 or 2 स्टूडेंट्स डू गेट प्लेस्ड. ओके, तो यू कैन वर्क ऑन दैट इंटर्नशिप प्रोजेक्ट में प्रोजेक्ट कर लीजिए, इंटर्नशिप प्रोग्राम कर लीजिए. फ्रॉम देयर यू कैन ऑल्सो गेट इनटू द कंपनी. IIT Indore rank 14, please discuss, sir. IIT Indore में I've seen that, I've not included my slide, but I've seen their statistics. उसमें भी design was having the highest placement record, near about to 70 to 80. CTC they have written was 10 to 12. The median salary was 10 to 12. Good number. Companies like Alstom, your L&T, Tata, and 2 more players came. The core sectors, देखो IT sector you can definitely opt. Every company, every IT sector is going to hire the masses. The non IT background also, like mechanical, civil also, they are getting into place into Infosys or IBM, this kind of company. ठीक है। थर्मल की बात करें, there's a company, I don't remember the exact name, जो basically this is related to heat exchanger के manufacturing के, ठीक है। So that company is also, that's a company of I would say नागपुर की company है ना, I don't remember the exact name. So that is also very good, like they offer directly like 15 से start करते हैं, like based on their performance also they can increase your CTC in the interview round. तो 14 या 12 से 15 के बीच में that is the starting salary that they are offering, right? Apart from this, you can get into the top R&D sectors, they are hiring, right? But IIT इंदौर में एक चीज है, many faculties they are very much research oriented, तो might be आपका जो supervisor होगा they will be compelling you to do PhD, right? So it will be your call, right? Because supervisor का जो contact भी होता है, you can do avail that contacts also, right? तो उसके लिए थोड़ा सा आपको मेहनत करना पड़ेगा to get into private sector. गवर्नमेंट के लिए इट इज irrespective which college you are selecting, you have to do the full hard work for the 1 or 2 years. Okay, fine. Fine. Roshan, I think that is being discussed. Yes, Naveed, please give some information about mechatronics. Now, mechatronics is not a new branch being started. It was starting like way back, 8 to 10 years back. So I would rather say mechatronics nowadays graduate also are coming, so won't be having that much of demand. But yes, I would rather recommend you selecting mechatronics. You can go into EV sector, a very good one. You can get into the nanotechnology, right? You can get into, because these are the specialization which are like at present in the market. The companies do hire. There's a huge gap being created in an EV sector, in nanotechnology, in your renewable we are having do many engineers, but EV का इतना engineers नहीं है, your nanotechnology का इतने engineers नहीं है. So you can get into the core sectors by get into this, or you can go for the thermal science also. In thermal science there are many topics on which you can do your project. So based on that, and one suggestions for to all of you is, if you want to get place, try to do project, real life project, which will be sponsored by some organization. Okay, that could be top Tata ho ya Mahindra ho ya any company, right? Caterpillar also, like in IIT Madras, Caterpillar hire thermal science engineering. Okay, like 2016, 2015, I remember. My friend, he got an offer from Rolls-Royce, right? Like Rolls-Royce came for M.Tech mechanical, they didn't hire, that's a different thing. 2015 and 16 की बात है, right? So उसके अलावा they said that Caterpillar is a company which normally recruit IIT Madras, Bombay, the thermal background students. Okay, so you can go for that. So this is all about the placement scenario for the different ranges. If you want to do only government job, if you're dedicated that I have given my last 1 or 2 years for the GATE or ESC preparation, I want to get one more shot, I would say that you can go into the top IITs, no problem, but you have to work on the time management. Mediocre at IITs, you'll be having ample of time, right? But there the placement scenario is moderate. Top IITs placement scenario is very good. So definitely the stress, or we can say the balance that you have to make will be slightly on a rougher side. Okay, so you need to work on that. So if you are planning for only government job, whatever project is being going on, you take that project which should be having like less effort is required. Or आप कोई group बना लीजिए, you will be having a group of 2 or 3 students. So you tell your colleagues that I'll be able to give only 20 to 30% effort or 40% effort. तो बाकी I'm preparing for this. Or you can also, we can together prepare. You can have a आप manage करना पड़ेगा, right? So time management थोड़ा सा आपको वहाँ करना पड़ेगा in the top IITs, because at the end of the day there is also chances for the placement. For that you have to give your best. Okay. IIT Dhanbad, frankly speaking, I have not seen, but IIT Dhanbad say recently my friend has completed his PhD. So he told me mechanical ka it's mediocre, not that good. Okay, mediocre, matlab, we can say 70% or 60% placement is going on. Fine, so you can go for that. Mining, क्योंकि देखो IIT Dhanbad was specially designed for mining only. So mining का जो B.Tech हो, M.Tech हो, even PhD हो, they're having a very good placement. Mechanical में what you can do is you can collaborate with the mining project, and you can enhance your, like material science will be a very good option in IIT Dhanbad. Okay, fine, that would be a very good option for you guys. right? So I hope so you got a slight, we can say, placement reality, what is going on at present, and what you should be opting, what should be your objective. In the starting 5 minutes I told you there should be only one objective, you need to work on that. ठीक है, fine. So this is all from my side, and I hope देखो, that depends Roshan, if you are talking about the branches, because IIT Dhanbad में there are some specialization which is I've heard for the first time also, एक दो branches ऐसे हैं, right? Indore is slightly on a good side, ranking wise भी ठीक है, अच्छा है, and the placement is also moderate, so you can definitely go for Indore. But frankly speaking, what you have to do is you just open their websites and compare the placement statistics. They are giving their data. IIT Dhanbad को तो पता नहीं, but IIT Indore is giving. Thermal इंदौर का अच्छा है, इंदौर का थर्मल इज गुड, ठीक है. डिजाइन आई थिंक धनबाद का डिजाइन और इंदौर का डिजाइन इज ऑलमोस्ट ऑन द सेम लेवल, अच्छा है दोनों. गेट स्कोर ईवीएस इंटर डिजाइन चांस है क्या? देखो, चांस तो रहता है. If you go till the last round, there is always a possibility. I've seen many students not good rank, they got selected in NIT Trichy, not a good rank. Okay, they went for the last round, तो वहां जाके कभी-कभार हो जाता है कि one or two students gets vacant, or some aspirants or some candidates they withdraw their seat, so they always have some left. There is one round called as spot round counseling, तो वहां पर भी चांस बनता है. If you're not having a good rank, so there's a chances of spot round counseling. So I'll recommend you to try for your local, or we can say जो जिस state में आप हैं, अगर that is a good NIT, you can go for the spot round counseling. Especially जाके that will be slightly on a difficult side, ठीक है. Especially अगर आप उसके लिए जाएंगे for admission, अगर नहीं होगा तो that will be a very hard breaking scenario, ठीक है. अगर आपके native state में ही है, it won't be that much problematic situation, I suppose, right? So this is all from my side. So Super Saturday already being started this Saturday. With yesterday, I think Satyajit sir videos came. I think Vishwesarya, very good video. Do watch that also, right? And whatever scholarship that we are having, the description is in the link for GATE preparation. And देखो, कहीं भी जा रहे हो, please make sure you are taking the e-resources with you. चाहे आप IIT में जाएं या NIT में जाएं, try to remember that starting one semester you can try for GATE examination. GATE की तैयारी कर, देखो what happens is GATE की जो तैयारी है that is you should be completed by the December, तो वो पहला सेमेस्टर होगा, तो फर्स्ट सेमेस्टर में इतना ज्यादा क्लासेस होगा, but you can do time management. So first semester give your best, you leave everything aside, concentrate on GATE examination and go for it. Okay, so this is it from my side. My Telegram channel is Mechanical by Suraj Gopi. You can do connect with me, and you have my mail ID. You can drop me a mail if you have any doubt or difficulty. So this is it from my side. I hope you all enjoyed. Let's meet in the next upcoming sessions. So for more such awesome videos, stay connected with BYJU'S Exam Prep. Thank you guys. Bye bye. Take care. Enjoy your Sunday. Don't worry. कुछ होगा, कुछ ना कुछ तो जरूर होगा, तो करना ही हम लोग को, ठीक है. फाइन. सो व्हाट शुड बी योर नेक्स्ट स्टेप? डेफिनेटली आई विल बी कमिंग विद वन मोर वीडियो, ठीक है. इसके बाद क्या करना चाहिए, लेट्स सपोज यू हैव सिलेक्टेड द कॉलेज, उसके बाद क्या करना है, विल बी गोइंग फॉर दैट. ओके, थैंक यू, बाय बाय, टेक केयर, स्टे सेफ एंड एंजॉय योर डे विद BYJU'S Exam Prep. थैंक यू.